friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Novella. Today is Sunday and that means coffee clutch. Coffee clutch is a Belgian word, a Flemish word, Dutch, German, and they even use it in areas like New York. It just means that I invite you over for a coffee and we talk about life. In my case, life is books. So, what do I have on offer? A couple of books that I've read, one that I'm thinking of DNFing, one that I really liked, and I have also a second-hand book haul. Are you up for it? Well, let's go. So the book that I'm thinking of DNFing is this one, Fame by Anne-Marie MacDonald. This gets high praise everywhere and I get it, but it's just not a book for me and I'm halfway. So it's a bit stupid to DNF, but it's also, I don't know, maybe I'll power through it, but it doesn't grab me at all. It's a bit, a little bit of Anne Lister, a little bit of Orlando maybe, a little bit of, I don't know, I don't like it. At the beginning, yeah, but it's difficult. I don't know, maybe I will power through it and then at the end it will all come together, but for now, yeah, Fame by Anne-Marie MacDonald. So it's supposed to be, Fame is the name of an estate, and there's an, what was it, a Lord Henry Bell. He's the 17th Baron of that estate who lives there, and Lord Bell has a daughter, and the daughter has something, and he keeps her home, and he homeschools her, but she's very, very, very intelligent. And then Charlotte is the name, and then a lot of things happen. But Charlotte isn't in it, so I'm already 300 pages in, and she was in the first 50 pages, but now she has disappeared. So I don't get it. So yeah, I don't like it when I don't get books. You know, it has high praise of Lindy from Magpie Reads and from Fraser from Springboard Thought. For now, I don't get it. But hey, who am I? Meanwhile, oh yeah, she has already left. There was a little kitten running around here. And then I wanted some entertainment. And I chose for Gab August this book. Can you see it? It is Donovans Brain. I love the cover. This was written by Kurt Siodmak or whatever. Can you see it, the name? Maybe. But anyway, this was written in 44, I think, or 42. And this is the story of a brain, Donovan's brain. So there's a doctor who does medical tests, and he wants to be able for the first time to keep a brain alive without its body. And there's a plane accident just outside his house, basically. And there's one survivor, and his name is Mr. Donovan, and he is a very well-known multi-millionaire or billionaire. And that man is almost dead, and he decides to keep that brain in this here in a vessel and keep it alive. And after weeks and weeks of trying, he is capable to communicate with Mr. Donovan. And it turns out that Donovan was not a very good man. Well, billionaires mostly aren't. You know, don't become a billionaire by being a good guy. But anyway, more and more the brain takes over the doctor's life. And to an extent that he almost has no life anymore. And he has to do certain things that he doesn't really understand, and things that he really doesn't understand because he wants to keep out of sort of stuff. But it's more difficult. It's really, really fun to read. It's popcorn. It is what Guy Borges is meant to do. Give pure enjoyment and have a good time. And this was very popcorn read. It was good. It was really good. And it was well written. That's the second of the older books that I've read that was really good. Another book that is very recent is Noel O'Regan's Though the Bodies Fall. This is a debut author. And it is set in Ireland, but at those high cliffs, because you can see her little house here. Can you see it? And a young man lives there, and his mother used to live there, and his grandmother used to live there. But it is a dark spot in Irish history. A lot of people choose that spot to, we call it in Dutch, step out of life. Yeah, and his mother was very good at talking people out of it and give them a space and understanding. And if they wanted to stay the night and think about it, she got a bedroom and everything. And the boy who lives there, the man who lives there, Michael Byrne, does that too. But it takes more of an emotional toll, and his sister is also partly owner of the house, and she needs the money to do other things, so she wants to sell the house. That's the main thread throughout this book. It's a beautiful book. It's very understandable, very tactile, and I really enjoyed it. It was a 4-star read for me, so yeah, you can buy it. You won't be disappointed. This is a buy book, definitely. Another book that I read this week and I highly enjoyed, although this is more a borrow book than a buy book, I think. It is very light and fluffy. It is Marzan Mon Amour by Katja Oskamp. I saw this on Sean the Bookmaniac's channel. And yeah, it's beautiful. So it's about an author who is, a bit in the middle of her life, like she's 44, I believe. And she comes to a point that she doesn't enjoy writing anymore, and she becomes a chiropodist. Is that a word? Chiropodist. And so she follows a course and then decides to work in a beauty salon where she cleans feet for a living. And the story is the story of her client. So every client has a different story. It is beautiful. It is very day to day. It's a bit Ozable kind of feel. It is cute in many ways. It is well written, but it is not the best book in the world. It is very enjoyable, a really good palate cleanser. Let's keep it to that. If you have read something really heavy or intelligent or demanding, this is a very good book to just get back into reading. Or you have a reading slump. This is a really good book book to get back into your reading vibe. So yeah, Marzan Mon Amour, really good. I would call this a borrow book. But it's a good book. It's very nice, and it's written by the German Katja Oskamp. Then I'm also still reading The Tale of Genji. I'm 1/3 in already, but you have to know it's really the font is really small. So yeah, I have indeed an ebook version. You could say that. Go read the ebook version. I prefer this version. I don't know why, but anyway, I really love it. I highly enjoy the story. It's very gossipy. It's a bit chick lit, but from the 11th century. So yeah, it's a good book. It's very enjoyable. Yeah, it's good. It's good. And then book hauls. Well, actually, one of my viewers, Sam, has sent me a couple of books. One of them is Claudia Pinheiro, A Little Luck. What is it about? 20 years after a shocking accident, Mary Lohan returns to the Buenos Aires suburb she escaped in a fugue of guilt and isolation. She is not the same, not her name or voice, not even the color of her eyes. The neighborhood looks different too, but she's still the same woman, and it's still the same place. And as the past erupts into view, they slowly collide. Really looking forward to A Little Luck by Claudia Pinheiro. And then I have received Migrations by Charlotte McConaughey. And what's it about? Franny Stone is determined to go to the end of the earth following the last of the Arctic terns on what may be their final migration to Antarctica. So she talks her way onto one of the few remaining boats heading south. But as she and the eccentric crew travel further from shore and safety, the dark secrets of Franny's life begin to unspool. Haunted by love and violence, Franny must confront what she is really running towards and from. Migrations by Charlotte McConaughey. And I also received from Sam Pachinko by Minji Lee. It's a family epos, but it's in Flemish, in Dutch. So yeah, it starts in Korea, 1900s. Sonia is the much-loved daughter of a poor but proud fisherman, and she falls for a rich stranger at the coast of her village. Pachinko. But I think a lot of people have read this. I haven't. And another one he sent me was Washington Black by Izzy Edugian. Washington Black. I haven't read that either. So, okay. When Washington Black, an 11-year-old slave on a sugar plantation in Barbados, becomes the personal servant of the eccentric Titch Wilde, he gets the opportunity to escape his brutal master and start a new life. I believe the views are mixed on this. We'll see. We'll see. So thank you, Sam, for all the beautiful books. And then I bought for €2 this one, an impeccable edition of The Odyssey by Homer. And this one is translated by Emily Wilson. Apparently, it's a very good translation, very recent one. And her other translation, the Iliad, is also coming out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. I haven't read Homer yet. Like I said before, I'm very illiterate when it comes to classics. And then I also bought, I saw it on Steve Donohue's channel, the Richard Burton Diaries. I saw his wonderful documentary about his life, and there you can already see that he was a passionate reader and loved literature, and apparently this is yeah, a continuation of that. And I really love the documentary, so I'm looking forward to reading this thick thing. And then another book that I bought for €2 in the thrift store at my father's place. It's Jenny, the Life of Randolph Churchill. Jenny, the most fascinating and desirable woman of her age, was once the wife of Lord Randolph Churchill and raised a son, Winston Churchill, who saved England from the Nazis' onslaught with the only weapons he possessed, his magnificent oratory and its courage. Her paramours included King Edward VII of England and King Milan of Serbia. She later married 2 men, each 20 years her junior. A beautiful rebel, she lived and loved with an honesty that made her the toast and scandal of 2 continents. Always fun. And then I also bought this one for €1. Queen Victoria by Julia Baird. And then another one, this is the last one, An Intimate History of Humanity by Theodore Zeldin. I bought this for 50 cents. So yeah, Theodore Zeldin is a brilliant historian. Well, as a blurb, they will never say that he was crap, so... Theodore Zeldin's remarkable book offers the reader a new vision of the past. Whether other historians have concentrated on political, social, or economic history, Zeldin here writes about emotional history in an astonishing, wide-ranging and scholarly tour de force. So yeah, that's it. I'm reading other stuff too. I'm still reading, I forgot to mention that, I'm reading this one. Sissinghurst, Vita Sackville West. Sissinghurst, The Creation of a Garden by Vita Sackville West and Sarah Raven. I want to do a series or maybe one big documentary about Vita Sackville West, so I'm reading a lot. That's why I'm filming a little less, because I really want to focus on what I want to tell, and I have a lot of reading to do because she is so fascinating. And yeah, that's why. Can you see it? Yeah, I guess. So yeah, that's it. What else do I have to say? Well, nothing. All is well. I mean, I've been to my father's and we had a really beautiful day together. And of course I went to the thrift store, so that happens when it's in the same street. And then, yeah, that's about it. I didn't do much. It was very rainy and sunny at times. And yeah, a normal day in Belgium, a normal week in Belgium. Not too much crazy. Vita? Not too much crazy stuff going on. She will start in a second again. So yeah, what have you been reading? What have you done? Tell me, I want to know all about it. If you have any book tips for me, let me know. Drop a comment. Like and subscribe, like you always do. Thank you very much. And thank you for your time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.